that time again. Two beers Friday, number 9 this week. Back indoors, summer's over by the looks of it, and we've got 2 beers today. Both Scottish, both INNIS GUNN. One's in a fancy box and one isn't. Both same price within 1p, one's £1.79. B&M bargains, and second one Tesco, so £1.80. Both 330ml bottles. We'll come back shortly to review. It's a bit of a promo video here as to how INNIS GUNN came about. You may be wanting to fast forward it, but I think it's quite interesting, so I'll show you that. We'll come back to these and we'll crack them open, have a look, have a sniff, have a drink and see which one's the winner. So we've done America, Australia, done the UK, so well, England, sorry. So now we've gone to Scotland and they're a bit Marmite, these ones, aren't they? You know, you love them or you hate them. So to be honest, in the past I've not been too impressed, but I'm willing to give them another go. So I'll show you that. We'll come back and let's get a crack.
INNIS GUNN is Scotland's best loved independent brewer, producing an award-winning range of handcrafted oak-aged beers which are enjoyed the world over by drinkers who seek depth of flavour above all else. Our beer is brewed in small batches and matured by the same craftsmen that have made Scotland famous for its Scotch whisky. We use the same techniques of cooperage and maturation that have been passed down from generation to generation. INNIS GUNN's pioneering oak aging process imparts a luxurious depth of flavour to its beers that you will not find in ordinary mass-produced brews. It all began back in 2002 when a famous Scotch whisky distillery contacted the company's founder, renowned brewer Dougal Sharp. They wanted to make a beer-finished whisky and had tried dozens of beers, but none of them were working. "Can you help us?" they asked.
So we thought about what we would do differently to all these other companies, and we realised that what we needed to do was make a beer which was very similar to a sherry. Sherry finishes are very well known in whisky, so we came up with a beer which was very sweet and full flavoured. Grant's put this beer into oak barrels, and the beer seasoned the inside of these barrels perfectly, and Grant's launched Ale Cask Reserve Whisky back in 2002, and they bought thousands of barrels of beer from us.
But this beer was only ever intended to be used in the whisky making process and was poured away once it had been used to season the barrels.
Or at least that's what we thought. But actually what was happening is the workers who were supposed to be emptying these barrels to throw them away had discovered that the beer had been completely transformed by its time in the oak. They contacted me, and the distillery manager, Mike Webber, said, "Dougal, you're not going to believe this, but the beer that we've been throwing away tastes absolutely delicious."
Tasting this oak barrel beer for the first time was an unforgettable moment. It was outstanding and had a flavour unlike any beer Dougal and his brewers had ever tasted. It had been completely transformed by its time in the special barrels used at the distillery. They did not realise it then, but in that moment of serendipity, a whole new style of beer had been born. Dougal believed so passionately in the flavour of this new beer that he left his job and set up INNIS GUNN.
The starting point for INNIS GUNN is water.
And we're lucky in Scotland to have some of the purest brewing water in the world.
Because we only use 4 ingredients to make INNIS GUNN, we are fastidious about the raw materials that we use.
We use Optic Pale Ale malt, which is all grown within 100 miles of the brewery. We use Goldings hops, which come from England, to provide bitterness and a light fruity character. And we use our own strain of yeast, which gives a smooth, creamy flavour to our beer.
The blending together of these 4 simple ingredients, water, malt, yeast and hops, to brew the beer, is the start of INNIS GUNN's unique process.
But it's really just a blank canvas. It's what happens in the barrels during the oak maturation that imparts all of the amazing oak character to our beers. We hand select barrels from the very best bourbon producers in the US. We break them up, we ship them to Scotland, we reassemble them, and we only use them once to get the very best flavours out of the barrels. We often get asked what barrels we use, which producers we source our barrels from, but that is a family secret.
The traditions we've learned from our brothers in the Scotch whisky industry dictate that every barrel is filled and matured inside a bonded warehouse. After filling the barrels, the beer soaks into the oak and unlocks the flavours from deep inside, growing in character with every hour that passes. And our craftsmen taste the beer regularly to ensure that the maturation is progressing to our satisfaction. Every barrel matures in a different way, each one tastes slightly different to its neighbour, and this is where the skills of the master blender come into their own.
It breaks our heart that not every barrel matures to perfection, and anything that doesn't mature to perfection, we just have to throw it away, because we have extremely high standards for quality.
Our master blender selects only the very best barrels to be blended together and sent for bottling, and only then can it be called Innis Gunn. People often ask us where the name Innis Gunn comes from. It's the middle name of my brother Neil Innis Sharp and my middle name Dougal Gunn Sharp.
Innis Gunn is the only brewer in the world to combine the very best of Scotland's most renowned traditional trades. The master brewer, the barrel cooper, the warehouseman, and the master blender to make a beer unlike any other. The resulting beer and the stream of awards it has won is testament to the skills, dedication and passion of the small handful of craftsmen who brew and mature every drop of Innis Gunn.
Hope you found that interesting. I really did. Didn't know much about Innis Gunn, so did a bit of research. So we've got Innis Gunn Original. It's a 330ml bottle. Smooth Scottish beer with a hint of toffee, vanilla and oak. Very nice label there. 6.6%, so it's not sessionable, I wouldn't say. 330ml bottle, quite sensible for that. Bit of chill haze on there. And if you noticed now, they've gone to the brown bottles. In the past they've had the clear bottles, and we've not been too bad in the UK, but I think over to America they've had problems, so it's quite a sensible idea, and they can't cost much more, can they? So that's that one. And this one is the bourbon cask dark ale. This one runs in a little bit stronger, this one, at 7.4%, 330ml bottle again. So whether this one's clear, I'm not so sure. We'll take the box open and have a look. So have a look inside. Brown bottle as well, so it's a very similar bottle. We'll pop that one down there. So they both best before September 17. I know with these the B&M ones, they tend to do the low date ones, but that's not too bad, it's pretty similar. I noticed this one's like a paper label, will peel off easily, and this is one of those horrible plastic ones that you can't ever remove unless you spend hours and hours. It's just not worth it, is it? So what we'll do, we'll open the original first. So this was £1.80 from very well known UK store, Tesco. This one's the original one, so just give it a nice smell to it. Let's give it a pour. A bit dark toffee, is it? Would you say light oak, something like that? It's aggressively there. That's poured really nice, clear as you like. Nice carbonation, not streaming too much. They're non-nucleated glasses these, but yep, really like the look of that one. That's a Tesco. And now for the B&M. Nice hiss again. See there, a bit of candle smoke coming up. See there. I'll give it a pour as well. So come across. A bit darker this one by the looks of it. Try and give it more semi-aggressive pour. And yeah, they do carbonation is obviously more on the original one. That's not as pronounced, but it's a nice little cap there. There's a little bit of carbonation, but with the style, it's about correct in my opinion. So what? INNIS GUNN. In fact, it's actually the strange that INNIS GUNN. See there, Oakage Bay on the Tesco, and it's exactly the same cap, although the beer is different. Picking up there on the darker one from B&M. So right, Oakage, let's have a look. 6.6%, 330. This honey hued beer is matured over the liveliest American oak hardwoods to unlock the natural flavours from deep within the cask grain. So carbonation is still coming up there nicely, so toffee in there, caramel, and not too much more to be honest. There's some oak in there. Is that, do they put that in your mind? Let's have a taste. Oh, that's got the oak taste definitely. I've had a few different ones of these and that really is nice, that one. Lovely white cap on there, carbonation streaming up, head's going nowhere soon, so the mouthfeel there, the oak's definitely there. So right, we'll go for this one. Bourbon cask dark ale, so it's obviously in the barrels of bourbon which they ship over from America. They don't say which, you saw in the video, which brewery, which you wouldn't do, would they? Carefully matured, dark rich ale matured and specially selected bourbon casks, handcrafted Scottish beer. Right, so it's a dark ale, and not too much more, 7.4%, so let's have a sniff of this one. Yeah, the bourbon's there straight away. It's almost like when you have not like the full not the Jim Beam Jack Daniels, something like a watered down, almost like a something with water which is actually diluted obviously. That kind of smell, smells really nice. That head's come back up now. Lovely. It's not a white cap, it's more of a creamy cap on there. Let's dive in and have a look. Cheers. Well, that's definitely bourbon. That you can just taste it. Oh, it's rich, it's creamy, caramel. You've got, I wouldn't say dark fruits, but oh, that's lovely that. Yeah, the bourbon's so pronounced. It's rich, dark. And it's not as heavy as you may look on camera. It sounds a bit daft because a lot of these darker beers, they do look heavy, don't they? But this, it's a medium mouthfeel. Oh, it's beautiful, that one. That really is nice. That's not bad. Original. That's more refreshing. It's more light-bodied. It's more almost not quite lager in appearance, but like an IPA, that type. And you don't mean, is it what, 6.6, 7.4, so it's not massively different in alcohol, but oh, that one's fantastic. It's got to be a winner straight away. So INNIS GUNN, you can pick that one up. Bourbon cask, dark ale, Oakage beer, highly recommended. So 7.4%, yep. 330ml bottle. Get down to B&M if you can get the chance. That one's not too bad, but this one's the best INNIS GUNN beer I've ever had. Perhaps I've not had this one before, I'm not so sure, but Absolutely fantastic, that one. Yep. Sorry about that, fellas. Getting to the climax, memory full. So I was saying us, yep, go for this one. £1.80, fantastic beer. That's yep. For INNIS GUNN, with this one, you pull yourself right back round. And this one's not too bad, but nothing to shout about. So yep, you can pack the bourbon cask dark ale. Get it. You won't be disappointed. Sensible size bottle. We'll be recycling these obviously at 7.4%. 330 bottle of cheers. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of the weekend and I'll catch you later.